Okay, we're going to do a little proper wine service. First thing you're going to need is a wine fold for your napkin. So take a regular napkin, you fold it in half once, fold it in half again. So you have a quarter fold. You can see on both sides. You don't see the fold itself. That is the part that is over your left arm. Okay, that's sometimes known as the towel. When you come to the table, you are going to present the wine. You hold it by the back with the label facing forward, and you lay it over the wine fold and you present it to the person who has selected it, and you say the wine. And what you say are three things. You say the producer or the vineyard, and then the name of the wine, and then the vintage. Now for a domestic wine, like a California wine, you would say Uppercut Cabernet Sauvignon and the vintage 2013. So you would approach the table and say, the Uppercut Cabernet Sauvignon, it's also from Napa Valley, so you could say that too. Uppercut Cabernet Sauvignon, Napa Valley 2013. Okay? If it's an old world wine, where they usually don't say Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Chardonnay, etc., then you would say the place name where it's from. So in this case, you would say the Chapoutier Crozes Hermitage 2012. So once they've seen it, and they say yes, that's the one that I selected, then you begin the process of opening the wine. You start with your wine key. Okay. You're going to cut in the middle of the foil where you see the fat part. You're not going to cut above it or below it, you're going to cut in the middle, right through there. So using your finger on the top as a guide, make a slice right in the middle, rotate the bottle until you've completed the slice through the foil, okay? And you want to pull up. Sometimes the foil is a little thicker on some wines than others, until you make a nice round edge like so. You can dispose of it in your pocket. Open the wine key. You want to put the coil in towards the center and then a little bit off of center, because the center of the coil is down through the middle, but the tip is offset just a slight bit. So if you start up a little bit higher away from the center, then push it in, you're going to end up having the coil right in the middle of the cork. Okay. And most of the wine keys that we use now have this half part that folds. Okay. So you would get it down in almost all the way, push up a little bit on the first part, then bring up the bottom part and pull it up most of the rest of the way. At this point, you should be able to grab the cork between your thumb and your first finger and pull it out like so. Remove the cork. You want to set the cork in front of the guest who ordered it. Sometimes it's a nice touch if there's a name on the cork to actually have the name of the cork facing the person. Okay. At that point, they might squeeze the cork. They might smell it, which is actually something that you don't really need to do. Some people think they do, so that's fine if they want to squeeze it or smell it. Okay. At this point, you're going to pour the wine for them, and you're going to do it with the label facing the person. And I'm holding it on the bottom of the bottle, not holding it so they can't see what it is. I'm holding it by the bottom of the bottle, giving them a little taste. And you notice you put a little twist on the end. You do that because it prevents drops from coming down onto the table. But usually when you do this, there is still a little bit of the wine on the edge, which is why you have the wine fold with you. Give that a little wipe on the inside to make sure that when you go over to pour for the next person, that you're not going to come out here to pour for them and all of a sudden that drop comes down and lands on a white dress, ruining someone's evening. You go ahead and pour once they approve of the wine, then you go ahead and pour. You'll see I do a little wipe. You can see on the napkin there, There's a little bit of the drop that's there. That's a drop that could have gotten on somebody's clothing if I didn't wipe it. Okay, and you can see where I've poured it. It is at or below the widest part of the bell. There's a reason the wine glasses are shaped the way they are. It's so that when the wine glass is tilted towards their nose, it has the widest possible surface area so that it opens up the bouquet of the wine and they enjoy the wine more. And that is proper wine service.